And hello again, everybody. This is Michael Dempsey for HorseBettingWorld.com. It's Black-Eyed Susan Day at Pimlico, the day before the Preakness Stakes, the second jewel of the Triple Crown. Thought we'd have a quick Black-Eyed Susan preview. A couple of big races on Friday afternoon. It's a great card. 13 races, 12 noon post time. Don't forget, on Saturday, Preakness Day, we have an early post time of 10:45 a.m. There's also 13 races on Preakness Day. So over the 2 days at Pimlico, there's 26 races. Great couple of betting cards for horse players out there. First race I'm going to look at is race 7, which is an optional claiming race. And this is the Lady Legends for the Cure 2 race, which features female retired jockeys. And this is a betting race. It's part of the Pick 4 too, so I thought it'd be a little bit important to find out who these jockeys are in case you don't remember them. I'm a Maryland bred and grew up near Pimlico and Laurel Park, so some of these ladies I cashed a few tickets on back in the day. Number 1 is going to be ridden by Mary Russ Totora. She rides number 1, Call Me Dude. She was the first female jockey to win a Grade 1 race. She won the Widner Handicap at Hialeah back in 1982 aboard Lord Darnley. And I'm going to tell you guys how old these female jockeys are. She's 57 years old. Number 2 is Nightscape's going to be ridden by Jennifer Rowland Small. She rode in Maryland back in the 1970s. She won 192 races. An injury ended her riding career in 1977. She's 58 years old. Andrea Seafelt Knight was a regular on the Maryland circuit back in the early 1990s. I cashed quite a few tickets using Andrea. She rode in the Preakness in 1994. She also had a Kentucky Derby mount in 1991. She finished second in this race last year, and she's 48 years old. Abigail Fuller, you may remember that name. She'll be aboard number 4, Stone in Love. She'll be one of the betting favorites in the race. Her best year was back in 1985. She won 145 races that year, including the NYRA's Naira's Fillies Triple Crown aboard Mom's Command, and Abby is 52 years old. Hope they don't mind me telling them how old they are. I don't know. Number 5, Mass Destruction, is going to be ridden by another jockey who will be familiar to Maryland horse players. Trainer Donald Barr will give a leg up to Mary Wiley Wagner. She's a breast cancer survivor who made a brief comeback in 2010. She actually won a race last November at Laurel Park. She's 47. PJ Cooksey is going to ride number 6, Rockin' Bid, also a breast cancer survivor. She ranks 3rd all-time among female riders with over 2,000 wins, and she had a mount in the Kentucky Derby in 1984. She's 53 years old. Number 7, Ladino's CEO, will be ridden by Cheryl White, the first African-American female rider. She won 5 races back in 1983 on one day at the Fresno Fair. She was later a steward, and she's now 57 years old. And riding number 8 is Barbara Jo Rubin for Charles Frock. Rubin is the first female to win a parimutuel race in the United States. That was at Charlestown, February 22nd, 1969. Rubin retired from riding in 1970 with 22 wins, and she's 61 years old. In the race, I'm going to go with number 4, Stone in Love. She's he's 5-2 in the morning line, so I'm going to look for Abby Fuller to hopefully go gate to wire. Some good stakes action on Friday afternoon to warm us up for Preakness Day. The 9th race is the Miss Preakness for 3-year-old fillies. I'm going to go with number 10, Our Holiday Mood, who's 5-1 in the morning line. I'm going to pick her to beat the likely favorite, Final Mesa, who's 6-5 in the morning line. She's my second choice. Our Holiday Mood cuts back from a mile and drops out of the Comely, where she set the early fractions and weakened to finish 4th. She won the 2-turn outroll 2-back on the inner track in her stakes debut, and that effort was flattered when both the runner-up and 3rd place finisher came back to win next out. I think she's decent value at 5-1. I'm going to use Final Mesa as my second choice. Number 3, Bold Affair, who was 8-1 in the morning line, is my 3rd choice in that race. The marquee event of Friday afternoon is the $250,000 Black-Eyed Susan. It drew kind of a compact field. Most of the fields on Friday are large. This one's only got a 6-horse field. 3-year-old fillies. I'm going to go with number 1, Wyomia, who was probably going to be the favorite. She's 9-5 in the morning line. She came up short as our top pick in the Ashland last out at Keeneland. She's beaten a length for the top spot behind a loose on the lead gate to wire winner. The fillies split rivals coming in the stretch with a jockey, Len Clude, losing an iron about a furlong out. She came on at the end. She was 2 1/4 lengths ahead of the 3rd place finisher, who's the talented filly by the name of Cathman Blue. 3 fillies came out of the Ashland to run the Kentucky Oaks, and they did not really fare that well. 5th, 6th, and 12th. But our top pick does have a nice pedigree. She's by Vindication out of a King Mambo mare that's dropped a couple of other stakes winners in Conara and Red Giant, who has won over $1 million. She's going to be able to handle a wet track. We could see a wet track. There's been rain most of the week at Pimlico. There's about a 50% chance of rain on Friday, and actually from Thursday into Friday. So there's a decent shot we're going to see a wet track, and I think that should help our top pick, Wyomia, as the 9-5 morning line favorite. I'm going to use her on top of number 1, Royal Delta, also number 2, Hot Summer, and number 3, Coach Liberty. Make sure you stop by horsebettingworld.com for all your information you need on Preakness Day. I'm going to have my full card report for both Black-Eyed Susan Day and Preakness Day available. You can also check us out on Facebook and Twitter. And I'll be back tomorrow in a video with a preview of the Preakness Day action, including hopefully a long shot in the Preakness Stakes. Of course, our long shot won in the Kentucky Derby, Animal King, returning 43.80. See if I can repeat that. Of course, Animal Kingdom is going to be 2-1 or 5-2. So we'll look for a little bit of a long shot tomorrow afternoon. So check us out at horsebettingworld.com, Facebook, Twitter, and we'll see you again tomorrow.